Hello, I'm Andrew Richardson, and these are my three G-developed prototypes that I've created for Assignment 2 of IGB120. My first prototype I made was the platformer. I never ended up finding a proper name for this one, though the core aspect of the game is where you play as a chicken and you have to run away from a speeding wall that comes towards you. The game was built around its fast movement, with the inclusion of the speed panels that when you run over them, they make you move faster. There's also the coins that allow you to rack up score and find the best possible path by the end of the game. At the end of the game, you reach the end, which is signified by a cake, which is in a little divot, so you're able to avoid the racing wall that's coming towards you. Because it was my first G-Develop project, there was a lot of stuff I had to learn in general about G-Develop, not just because of the platforming aspects. So I had to learn a lot of the fundamentals of using it as a whole, though I feel like I understood it quite well, which allowed me to make even better projects in my other two prototypes. And post-mortem, I'm not going to use the prototype for the part B of this assignment because I feel like it's my least well designed of the three, and I feel like it's definitely something where I could improve on it a lot, and I could develop it more. But I think right now it is at a good state. My second prototype was the Asteroids clone, which I have titled "Not Astronaut Much Time Left," a play on astronaut and not much time left. The key component of it is that, as opposed to other asteroid like clones, where you shoot and move towards where you're pointing, in this one you shoot where you're looking, but you move opposite of where you shoot, kind of like you're being propelled backwards by the force of your shot. This is interlinked with the oxygen meter. Every single second in the game, you lose a bit of oxygen. Every single time you shoot, you lose oxygen, and it works as a pseudo health bar, where if you get hit by an asteroid, you lose oxygen. This all culminates together to make a mechanic where you have to not only destroy asteroids to accumulate score and avoid them by propelling yourself effectively, but also that it acts as a health bar. You gain oxygen back by hitting the oxygen tanks. This was actually my idea I had for it. I didn't stray from my original idea at all when thinking back on my original idea, which was the prototype I created, where the main idea was the shooting and then going back to where you shot. With the development process, I feel like I got better at scripting. I had to learn a couple things, especially with the points of a sprite. I also tried going for a bit more artistic approach with the outlines of the asteroids and the oxygen tank. I feel like it was a good attempt, and I quite enjoyed the process of creating it and how it turned out. But I don't believe I'll go ahead with this one for my part B. And there's plenty of room for improvement. I could have added an upgrade or additional enemy types and things like that. My final prototype was my racing game. This one I've titled Drift and Drive. And the main components of this game is to race on a racetrack, trying to get from the very start to the very end as quick as possible, utilizing the mechanics such as a acceleration system, drifting, which rapidly decreases your speed while increasing your turning capabilities, a jump mechanic, which in a 2D space was an interesting problem to figure out, and all this coming together to try and get a fast time, which is then recorded in a high score, which you can try and improve as you go and do it again. So this was I believe, my best project out of the three prototypes. I put a lot more effort into the art aspects, and there was a lot of different mechanics that I felt were quite advanced as compared to the other two prototypes, as this one strayed the furthest from the workshop materials. I worked a lot with tile maps the most. I think that was the biggest thing I learned, was working with tile maps and creating tile maps to more effectively create the levels. I think this is what I will use for my part B. I feel like since it is my best work so far, and I feel like it is the most complete out of them all, I'll use that for my part B, where I'll make the one-page sheet. And I think if I were to say what I could improve on it, I would like to maybe make the level a bit more varied, or the track itself, because at base right now it's just a static color, and it could be more interesting. Maybe some different levels as well to kind of ease the difficulty in rather than just having it more difficult from the start.